Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, meet me again on my channel. Well, on this occasion, I got an assignment from Mrs. Maiming to present an Islamic article. Well, on this time, I will present an article about a woman-led movement in Indonesia says interpreting Islam isn't just for men. As we know, in the past, any responsibilities such as being a leader or a scholar were solely held by men, even for education and work. However, that is not the case today. Women have advanced in terms of education, and it is not impossible for them to hold positions of authority. This is also reflected in the article, we talk about how Islam is just for men. In this world, as we know, Muslim women around the world have increasingly taken to the street to demand greater rights and freedom. The women of Iran. This word explains that Muslim women around the world are protesting to fight for the right. One of them is in Iran who want to freedom to dress. So Iranian women protest against the dress code imposed by the Islamic Republic, which is request them to wear hijab or headscarf that cover their hair and neck. In the next paragraph, we can find that in Indonesia, the largest Muslim majority country in the world, and this paragraph we can see that women in Indonesia are also doing a similar thing, but in a different way by making progress so that their existence is recognized. With their pushing for greater recognition that women too can be knowledgeable authorities on Islamic value, and they are making headway even as the country seems to move in a more conservative direction. One of the things they do is by organizing Women's Congress, and this is the first Congress in the world. And this name Congress is Ulama, the Congress Ulama Perempuan Indonesia or KUPI. Ulama are Islamic scholars who advance understanding enable them to be spiritual and community leaders. Many work in roles such as running Islamic boarding school or as preachers. Importantly, ulama can issue fatwas, clarification, or interpretation of the religion. In Indonesia, the top council of ulama hold growing influence over the government. Is a former chairman in the country current vice president. However, traditionally, those recognized as ulama have primarily tend to be men. In this paragraph shows that ulama are experienced and advanced individuals, but traditionally, those recognized as ulama are mostly men. However, in the following paragraph, you can see that KUPI is able to demonstrate that women have a role as interpreters of religion and can put fatwa out. KUPI also supported by Raisal Rinaldo's statement that this organization also received support from various circles, and he says that the KUPI helped to disseminate more progressive interpretations and to perhaps bring more women into Islamic leadership. As a concrete manifestation of this movement, we can see that in the following paragraph, the Indonesian Nahdlatul Ulama or NU appointed two women to top leadership position for the first time in the organization's 100-year history. At this year's KUPI conference, a national minister promised to support a push for greater women representation in local government across Indonesia, saying that women ulama can play a major role in leading village and empowering movement in area beyond religion like education. In the next paragraph, tell about with this movement, they have automatically placed Indonesia in the fourth position in realizing women friendliness. And activists from Indonesia said that actually this kind of movement had existed before, but most of them did so mostly individually. She said that without why not come together so we can give more voice to the women ulama that have been working on women's rights issues so that we can be heard in the public and shift the public in a more moderate direction on religion. So, for this reason, we can draw the conclusion that this is the background to the founding of KUPI. In fact, this year's female scholars and participants from around 70 countries also attend. In the next paragraph, although Indonesia has had a reputation for being moderate, religious conservatism has gained traction in recent years. On Tuesday, for example, the country revised in criminal code to make sex outside for marriage illegal and to expand its best-paying law. The women behind KUPI hope that the fatwas they help issues will help shape what is life like for women in Indonesia. For those who don't know about conservatism religions, I will explain. So religions conservatism are conservatism religious and understandings and practice that adhere very strictly to the whole scriptures are orthodox. And about marriage illegal in Indonesia, also known as nikah siri or underhand marriage, is a marriage or marriage performed by the bridegroom to the prospective bride without being recorded by a marriage officer and without a marriage certificate. And they hope that the fatwas they help issues will help shape what life is like for women in Indonesia. In this paragraph, it is explained that before deciding on a case, the topic discussed for issue as fatwa are decided about 1 year before the conference by seeking opinions in focus group. The KUPI planning process was also carried out to ensure that this controversial topic didn't become a topic of conversation. And also in this year's meeting ended with the issuance of 5 fatwas on the topic of religion-based violence, waste management, and environmental sustainability. Forced marriage, abortion in case of rape, and female genital mutilation. Khalifa believed that fatwa are making of KUPI. It is hoped that the government will change its approach in resolving a case related to women and explains an example of such a case in the fatwa on rape, pregnancy, and it also explained here that also abortion of considered illegal by the Indonesia government. They are still reluctant to provide safe abortion service. Therefore, it is hoped that the government will be more open to accepting recommendations related to the rights of Muslim women as they have strong belief. In the next paragraph, we can find that their prior work has already had an impact according to organizer since 2006 70, when Kupi issues fatwa on sexual violence, child marriage, and environmental degradation, the Indonesian government has legislated changes relating to two of the fatwa issues. And in 2019, the country raised the age that women can marry from 19 to 19, and in 2002, sexual violence law was passed which provides protections to victims of sexual violence, including those in abusive marriage. So in the paragraph, I also explain the form of Kupi that has been used today. We refer to issues of child marriage, sexual violence, and environmental damage. So, with the existence of this Kupi, it turns out that the government has amended laws related to two fatwa that have been issued. The money that was announced yesterday regarding marriage, yes, maybe friends have seen it on television commercials or read other searches about marriage. That is a fatwa that has been issued by the Kupi. Furthermore, there is also the enactment of a sexual violence law that provides protection for victims of sexual violence, but doesn't include those who are married and experience violence. And she say those two fatwa were very much successful and used by women activists and the government as a reverse. And the third fatwa of environmental degradation was less successful. And she also say that successful advocacy at the national level statement from the contribution of Kupi to open the conversation. Now, from the discussed article, we can see that the contribution of women in releasing factual information will also future improve women rights and status. Therefore, as women, we must eliminate the statement that women do need a high level of education. This is the first statement, and we must get rid of it. Without women who have a progressive think or desires like what has been done by this Kupi, our status might not be as it is now. Child marriage may still occur of violence by continuing to oppress women. So once again, I emphasize that women must have a high level to education, because with higher education isn't only for getting a job. The main breadwinner is still men, and there is nothing wrong with women having an education, because with higher education, we can also take care of future generation according to our knowledge and have a better life and better things as well. Alright, that conclusion of our English 8 segment today. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Wassalamualaikum.